When a tiny, trembling Chihuahua caught my eye at the shelter, I knew I couldn't leave without him. He was scared, silent, and unsure of the world, but something in his eyes said he wanted a chance. What happened after I brought him home was a journey of trust, transformation, and unexpected joy. He didn't know how to interact with humans. When someone first held him, he looked up with wide, uncertain eyes, as if realizing, for the very first time, what it felt like to be loved. This is the story of Toothless. Toothless was rescued by the Houston Humane Society, where his caregiver worked. He had jumped from the window of a trailer packed with trash and debris, sharing the space with nearly 40 other dogs. He seemed feral, unfamiliar with human touch or affection, like he had never been handled before. When the shelter staff opened his kennel, they gently placed a towel over him, and he immediately froze. It became clear he wasn't reacting out of aggression, but out of fear. He was confused, having only ever known a life surrounded by garbage and broken furniture. Known at the shelter for her love of senior crusty dogs, his caregiver felt compelled to foster him, to give him the second chance he deserved. When the day came to bring him home, he was frightened. He ran from her and resisted touch, and though he gummed her a few times in fear, she didn't mind. That first night, she held him for a while. His expression was telling. He seemed to enjoy the closeness, yet was unsure if he was even allowed to feel comfort. By the next day, everything changed. She brought him to work with her, and he began pawing at her legs, asking to be held. In just 24 hours, he had transformed into a different dog. From then on, they became inseparable. The bond they shared was unlike any she had ever experienced with a dog, deep, tender, and mutual. Toothless grew more animated with each passing day. He would get the zoomies, play with toys, and formed an instant bond with her other dog, Sunshine. The two became inseparable just 1 week into his stay, and they've been best friends ever since. Toothless is incredibly clingy. When he joins her at work, he insists on either being held or lying directly at her feet. If she sets him down, he scratches at her leg, as if saying, "Why aren't you holding me right now?" He's also fiercely protective of her. If she's holding him and someone walks into the room, he'll growl and bark, especially if they get too close. Toothless holds a quiet grudge for the shelter director, the man who once caught him in a net. Each time the director walks in, Toothless growls, low and steady. His caregiver doesn't see aggression, just fear and a fierce loyalty to her. She's the only person he fully trusts, the one who sees past the growl. Since coming into her care, he hasn't tried to gum anyone. Still, she admits, if pushed too far, he just might. Toothless is about 10, and he's always cold, usually wrapped in layers to keep warm. With no teeth, likely lost to years of struggle, he's had to adapt in quiet, difficult ways. His cloudy eyes, soft and strange like boba pearls, hold stories few will ever know. When the chill sets in, his bottom lip quivers, just a little tremble, barely there. It's a small, tender detail that somehow makes him even more endearing. In all his oddness, Toothless has become unforgettable. Dogs like Toothless are often overlooked, but his caregiver believes they are among the most grateful, the most loyal, and the most loving companions anyone could ask for. Toothless may be a little stinky, she often jokes, but he gives the best love you'll ever know. What do you think of this story? Let us know in the comments section. I hope you like this story. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss the update from our channel. Thank you.